Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show. Home improvement and maintenance tips from the pros.
Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show Action Edition, where we feature an actionable tip that you can use today. And I'm here with my old buddy Larry. Larry, what's been going on?
Johnny, I did a job the other day, and folks, our tips, a lot of our tips come out of our actual jobs that we do. And I did this job that was a combination of a lot of different issues, but basically it had to do with roof failure and also with some siding failure that isn't that it failed, but it was wood siding and it became rotten. And we were thinking about it. We were talking in our pre-show, and we were talking about how this all came about because of a flashing failure. Now, that doesn't mean that John is out there dropping his trousers, flashing y'all, although that would be a horrific sight, and we certainly would want to stop that. Flashing is the part of your home that runs up under the siding and under your roof, and it's designed to keep water away from your siding, basically. And so anyway, with that, John, you did a little research, and I actually did one of these jobs, and I guess we've never really talked about flashing, so we wanted to have a discussion about avoiding a flashing failure, a flashing mistake. And one of the biggest areas where we see flashing, and I saw it on this house, is that you have a roof. Would you call it a roof line? You'd have like a T-shaped house. I'm just going to use to give you a description, right? Go ahead, mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I was just going to say the easiest way is where a roof meets like a wall.
Yes. Okay, that's exactly what I was thinking, where a roof meets a wall. And the water runs down, and at the bottom of that run, flashing is generally made of aluminum, and again, it slides up under the siding and under the shingles. And at the very last rung, usually there should be what they call a kick-out. It's a piece of metal or some kind of non-porous diverter, right? And it pushes the water into the gutter. John, how many times have you seen that where that doesn't work?
You see it a lot. See it a lot. Most of the times, and I will say, Larry, that where it doesn't work is because there's not even one there.
This is a true statement.
I will tell you that there is a particular house in my neighborhood. They built a couple of them, the model of this home. And it has a very interesting structure on it in one part of the house in the front where it meets this wall, the roof line meets a wall. And every one of those homes has an issue with water intrusion, not getting into the gutter there. It's running either over the gutter right at that section, or worse yet, and a lot of them are stone, so it's very porous, and into the stone and into the house itself.
Ooh, not fun.
And this is one of those homes. They have they all have the same complaint. So when they designed it, they either didn't flash it correctly, or they didn't have proper kickouts in it, and it would just run in there. So everybody's had contractors back out there fixing this specific spot on those homes.
Yeah, and in this case, the job that I did, literally it was really a case they had no kick out. To your point, the water was running right down this wooden siding, and that wooden siding, it was a custom pine wooden siding. Actually, it was really pretty cool stuff. Be that as it may, it was so rotten. I mean, it literally was push your finger through it. It was so bad in that section, and you could see it. It streaked right down the side. You could see right where the water ran. It was all rotten. And it ended up being, fortunately, it wasn't a huge area, but we ended up replacing all the siding in that section of the house because it was shot. It was completely rotten. I mean, completely rotten. All for, I don't know, maybe 40 cents worth of aluminum. Okay, maybe $2.40 worth of aluminum to kick it out, to kick it out the right way. So I guess the tip for you folks is that if you see water running, not in the gutter, but running off and down the house, the siding, or someplace where it's not supposed to be, you've got a problem. It's basically a ticking time bomb. And we're not going to get into a whole discussion on how to fix it. We could probably do a long show on that, but we're not. But our point is get out and inspect that stuff. And there needs to be a good kickout. A kickout basically is just an angled piece of, usually it's aluminum. Like I say, it can be made out of other things, but generally it's aluminum. And it just takes the water off the edge of that wall and kicks it out and throws it into the gutter. It keeps the water out away from the house, doesn't let it run down the side where that wall meets the roof line. So check that out. If you do have that, if you don't have that, like John's saying, and some of these homes don't even have it, you need to address it at some time. It's not like you're going to have to do it today, but put it on your to-do list for next year or the next few months, I think. So consensus there, John?
No, absolutely. And it's a problem area. You're going to find it, against a stone wall, the siding, or a brick. And you'll see it's just streaking down, when it rains, it'll just run right past that gutter where the gutter butts up against there. And you just need to take a look at that. And it's an easy fix. Okay. It's not anything difficult, but it's a good tip to keep that water diverted right into the gutter instead of running down the side of your house.
The side of the house, or any other place for that matter. Get it in the gutters where your gutter then takes it off and takes it away, right? So, all right. John, with that, do we have anything else?
I think that covers it, Larry.
All right, folks, don't forget to check out our website. That's handymanprosradioshow.com. You can subscribe to our newsletter, or you can join our Facebook group. That's at Handyman Pros. Send us an email, questions at handymanprosradioshow.com. We always appreciate that. Please tell your friends and neighbors all that good groovy stuff. We will see you next week on the Handyman Pros Radio Show.